Oh my god, it is update day. We are here with the new updated garden system, the Garden 2.0, and I'm going to be going over everything that changed today and what you need to do to progress in this new update. The first thing you're going to see is whenever you visit your garden for the first time, it's going to give you a crazy amount of milestones. As you can see here, I got 22 Skyblock XP just from logging in today. I maxed out my netherwort, I maxed out my mushroom XP, so all of the crop milestones were reduced severely. I will show you the actual amounts they were reduced to on screen right now, but basically garden is going to be a lot quicker to max than it was. Also, another thing I will mention is that if you are crashing whenever you visit your garden, you're going to want to remove Dulker mod from your folders. They are working on rolling out a patch. One more thing I would like to announce though is that to keep us as the most accurate news on the server, if you have any corrections to make, if we missed something, if we mentioned something, if we said something wrong, make a comment about it and we will put it at the top of the description of every video. If we say something wrong, just tell us in the comments and we will put it at the top of the description. So make sure to check that for any corrections or new information that needs to be added to the video. And also, don't forget to subscribe. We are going for YouTube rank and we are currently racing Alex Offie. We are actually neck and neck right now. So if you want to help us out, then subscribe. So the next thing you're immediately going to notice is over here we have Pest Hunter Philip and Pest Hunter Pamela. So he's going to give you the Skymart vacuum after you go through his dialogue, which is the tier 1 version of the vacuum, which is actually a pretty new important item, which you can buy from over here at the desk in the Skymart. There's a bunch of upgraded versions of this. Like for example, I'm going to upgrade mine now. You can get the Skymart Turbo Vacuum, the Skymart Turbo Vacuum, and then the Infinivaccuum. And then this last tier right here, the Infinivaccuum Hooverius, you're going to need to get a Chirping Stereo, which is a rare drop from one of the new pests that I'm about to show you. So as you can see, whenever Philip gives you a pest, it'll show a thing in chat that says a pest has appeared in plot 4, or whatever plot it spawns in, and you can click actually in chat to teleport to that plot. And as you can see, we're looking around for a pest, and it's right here. So I got a mosquito, and I can just look at the mosquito and right click with the vacuum and it'll start damaging it. And once it dies, it gives you 2200 farming XP. You also get the new bestiary for the mosquito, and there's 10 different pests you can get. So each bestiary is going to max at 250 kills. These pests are going to spawn in your often pretty often. And basically what this is doing is it's an attempt to stop macroing. It's making garden more of an active activity instead of just holding down left click and breaking like this. The admins, I do think it's a step in the right direction because the admins are trying to encourage people to actually be here while they play the game. Because right now, if you have a pest on your garden and you don't kill it, it will slowly deteriorate your farming fortune over time. So you actually do have to kill them. It is somewhat annoying if you're farming a farm like this right here, where if you're like down in the middle, you'll have to go back to it. But I think overall, it is a positive change. Now, once you catch these pests, you can come and talk to Philip again. Now, this is Philip's menu right here. Basically, whenever you collect pests, they'll be stored in your vacuum. You can actually empty the vacuum bag for him and it'll boost your farming fortune. So if I hit empty farming, so in exchange for one pest, he gave me 10 farming fortune. I know this scales up to at least 100, and then at 100 it starts adding by 5. So I believe it goes to 150. So if you exchange 15 pests with Philip, he'll give you 150 farming fortune for 30 minutes. I also think that these buffs are good because it allows early game players to have a better chance at getting gold because they can stack up on temporary buffs and have a super good farming contest, which will allow them to complete unique golds a lot easier. Because the people like me who are farming 60 aren't going to bother constantly having these buffs active, so they're just going to be farming, getting their normal rates. But if you have worse farming fortune, a worse setup, and you stack up on all the temporary buffs that were added in this update, you could possibly get a really good medal just from one contest. Now, if you talk to Pamela here, he'll talk about how you can attract certain pests that you want to come to your plot. She'll give you the Sprayinator and she'll give you a tasty cheese, and you can come use this wherever. So first you have to left click to cycle through the thing that you want to spray your plot with. So I want to spray it with tasty cheese, so I'm just going to left click and it's going to say your selected material is now tasty cheese, and you can right click on the plot and it'll spray it, and that will attract the certain pest that you're looking for. And you can see a pest appeared in plot 4. Click here to teleport, see it over here, you just come over and you right click it. So you hold right click on it. There we go, we got Rat Bestiary. And Rat Bestiary actually was not retroactive like people thought that it would be. So if you farmed rats in the hub, I'm sorry. The sprayed plots also grant bonus pest chance and increase the likelihood of a pest spawning when you break crops. Basically, bonus pest chance is going to be like farming fortune, but for pests. So if you have 100 farming fortune, you have a 100% chance to spawn 2 pests instead of 1. And if you have 200, then you're going to spawn 2 pests or 3 pests instead of 1. I would recommend if you use mods, you can actually set a chat notification for a pest has appeared in plot. What you're going to want to do if you use SPE, just look up custom chat notifications in Skyblock extras, hit edit, add setting, and then you're going to delete the dash whatever number the plot was in, and just set it so it says gross a pet has appeared in plot 4, and then you can write a thing that says whatever. I'm going to make it say pest, and whenever a pest shows up now, I'll get a notification on my screen. Now we're going to take a look at what's new in Jacob, because there was actually some pretty big updates with the farming contests. So as you can see, if you look at the contest, it looks a lot different. You can see there are now diamond and platinum brackets, which are the top 2%, the top 5%, and the top 10%. And that is also another huge update. Gold used to be top 5%, it is now top 10%, which makes getting your unique golds so much easier. But as you can see, I placed in the diamond bracket here, and what that does is I actually get more Jacob tickets. I also get an extra silver medal on top of the gold medal that you get for getting a diamond medal. And the same thing goes for platinum. I don't know if I have any plat. Here I scored in the platinum division, and that gives me 1 gold and 1 bronze and 5 extra Jacob tickets. And this is mostly a cosmetic thing, except for the extra medals, which will be nice. But this is a huge update because if you're looking to get your unique golds, what you're going to want to do is stack up 15 pests, get your 150 farming fortune from here. You're going to want to get all the stuff that you can't keep forever, because it's going to, if you can get top 10%, you're just competing with a bunch of people who are just looking for golds. Now, if we look at Anita here, she has a few new items. There's the personal best, which I'm actually going to buy right now. It's not an actual item, but it's more of an unlock. And this is huge, because if you look at the personal best menu, whenever you participate in a crop contest, your personal best will actually give you more farming fortune. So here, if your personal best is 1,000,000 mushrooms in one contest, you're going to gain 100 mushroom farming fortune. So you will want to go through, and even if you already have farming 60 and all your unique golds, you'll want to go through and do one of each contest with the buffs, because then you'll max out your farming fortune for later whenever you're trying to max out the crop milestones. Now, also in Anita is the new Anita's Talisman family, which goes up to the Anita's artifact, which is actually epic whenever you recombobulate it, and it's just going to cost you 2 bronze medals. Well, you get the Anita's ring, and then you can get the Anita's artifact, which is just 2 gold medals in the ring. And there we go. Anita's artifact grants a random 25 farming fortune stat during Jacob's farming contest, and you can actually see which contest you're going to get the farming fortune in if you look at the calendar. Like as you can see here, I'm getting the 25 farming fortune in mushroom. I'm going to get it in netherwort. I'm going to get it in cocoa beans, potato, carrot. So that's another temporary buff that you can stack on to try to get your unique golds. Oh my god, as you can see here, live on camera, I just got level 403. Now, as you can also see, there's a unique brackets reach thing. So I've reached diamond and potato and wheat, because that's what I've been farming recently. But what that does is there's actually new emblems which you can get. So they're under the achievement category. You can see Jacob's Contest Completionist and Golden Jacob's Contest Completionist. For the first one, which is like the gray emblem, you're going to want to get platinum in every contest. And for the golden one, you're going to want to get diamond in every contest. This is actually a pretty cool emblem because it's more of a completionist thing than just like Skyblock XP, which you're going to get naturally. You actually have to go for this because it doesn't give you Skyblock XP for going for diamond medals. They're just kind of there for fun. Another thing you'll see is that the Anita's farming fortune is actually buffed. It's actually doubled now. It used to give 2 farming fortune per tier that you have, but now it's giving 4, which is insane. But at the max, it'll give you 60 farming fortune for the upgrade. Okay, so these next things I'm going to be going over are all from the Elite Skyblock Farmers Discord. So thanks for them for helping out. I will be putting the link in the description if you want to join. So for everything that they've listed, one thing is whenever you're farming, you will have to jiggle your mouse every 5 minutes. There's like a macro detection feature, but with the new pest update, this won't really be an issue because you will be moving around pretty often. Farming is a pretty lively update now. It isn't just staring at your monitor, watching a YouTube video or whatever. It is a pretty good change in my opinion. Oh, as you can see in Philip, there's also a new talisman ring in here. So you unlock these for every pest that you've exchanged with Philip at 250. You can get the Pest Hunter artifact. That is another legendary talisman that they've added to the game. As you can see, you get 60 bonus pest chance from the max tier. You just gotta, they're pretty cheap coin-wise, you just gotta exchange pests with Philip. Another thing, there's now a new visitor. Her name is Maeve. She is auto-unlocked. We don't know. She's a mythic visitor, which is actually the first of that kind, I believe. Yeah, she is the only mythic visitor. And whenever she comes, I believe she brings the Harvest Harbinger potion, which is used to buff your farming fortune by 25. So that's another temporary buff you can get for the farming contest. Now, another thing that you can buy from the Sky Mart is the Pest Repellent. It costs 40 copper for a max tier, and what it does is it'll make pests take 4 times as long to spawn. So if you just want to farm in a straight line and you don't want to worry about pests, you can use these. That's up to you. But I would recommend actually killing your pests at least until you have the Bestiary max, because that's going to get you everything you need from it. And then after that, you can start using this if you want. And that's really it for the update. Have fun farming and see ya.